everybody, welcome to another FC26 based live stream. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this one today. It is the gameplay deep dive today, which is, of course, up there with the most important ones that we get. For those that don't know, last week they did the trailer reveal, and they also did a big pitch notes article talking about their attempts to fix delay and gameplay responsiveness. They then lined out how we're going to get more information about FC26 before release. Today, we've got a gameplay deep dive. This will feature some kind of video on EA's YouTube, and then also a pitch notes article going into everything that they've shown in significantly more detail. We will then get one of those going forward for career mode, one for Ultimate Team, one for clubs, and that might be it. I'm not sure if I'm missing one, but those are definitely happening. So today is gameplay. So I am looking forward to this. I hope that everyone has had a fantastic start to your week, and I really, really hope that you do enjoy today's stream. Where is this? There's a setting that I'm trying to change on the stream, but I'm struggling to find it. Maybe you had to do it before the stream starts. That might be the case. Well, okay, fair enough. There's like a setting you can do so that the stream automatically goes unlisted after you finish it, and then there's a way to turn that off. And I thought that, you know what, we'll turn it off today, but I don't know if that's a thing. Overlay for breaks. You can set official ad overlays. Fine, we'll just leave that for now. Sahal, Salah, Mursab, Jack, Tyler, Kyle. How's it all going? Welcome to the stream today. This is what we are waiting for. The official gameplay deep dive, which does begin at 5 PM today. So hopefully that is going to be good. How have I got FC26 already? I don't. I have it pre-ordered, but I do not have the game. So, yeah. However, there are some people that are currently flying out to Vancouver. Bateson is one of those. I don't actually know of any others, but I'm assuming there's going to be a fair few more from around the world that are going to Vancouver right now to go and play the game. And that is public knowledge because you can see it on Bateson's Twitter. So whether we'll see any videos come out of that, or whether they just get to go and play it and give a bit of feedback before the game comes out and stuff like that, I couldn't tell you, I'm afraid. You and your friend went to the movies, watched Superman. Nice. Nice. Been a while. How have I been, Kyle? I've actually been pretty good. I've been really positive lately, and it's been good to just have good vibes, really, when it comes to things. There's just been a few decent things going on lately, which have been fun. Even little things like FPL going live and being able to start making draft teams and stuff like that, and start creating content around it and all of those things. It's fun. So I hope you're doing good as well. Ross, hello. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Could be better for you. Tore ligaments in your right knee and broke 4 bones in your foot. Deary me. How? What happened? What did you do? Sounds quite the incident or accident. Some kind of transportation accident or something like that. Or is it a sport thing? You have it pre-ordered. Nice. When can you download it? As you've already pre-ordered it. When it comes out. So in about 2 months' time. Your best mate pack 99. Mercy. Have you guys seen the clip? Talking of packs, have you seen the clip? I'm not going to give you any more information than that, because if someone has seen it, they will detail exactly what this clip is with their response to this question. And if not, maybe we'll watch it together, if no one here has seen it. Season ticket is updated. Yes, got that today. The updates. So we are now in. We've got our Fiorentina ticket, and we also have Leicester v Chef Wednesday. It's updated. You love to see it. Crashing motorbike. Christ. Well, yeah, hopefully things can get... can recover as quickly as possible. We are looking for this. Look at this. Oh wait, can you hear this? I can't hear this. Why is there no sound? Why do I not have any sound for this? Oh, because I've got that muted. Oh no, if we got this nonsense again where for some reason you can't hear this output. Let me quickly check something. Wavelink stream. Can you hear it, even if it's quiet? I mean, it's not a loud clip. You can hear it, okay.
2023. That's my lucky catcher. Oh my god, that's an icon.
So, I'm guessing Pi was just doing a big, like, pack opening yesterday.
No Puyol, no Torres.
Doing a lot of, like, the global limits packs and stuff like that. And he gets R9.
We did it.
But the most ridiculous part
Man, what can I say, Chaz?
is he's tradable.
He's extinct of
15 million coins.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
As simple as that.
50 defending in July. Like, it's an icon.
And then continues to open packs. And gets him again.
I'm ever gonna try and lose him.
Tradable. Again. 2 tradable R9s extinct at 15 mil. Unbelievable. Like, how can one person have so much luck? It's crazy. 1 untradable would be mad. But 2 tradable ones is up there with the craziest pack look I've ever seen. You say RTTK to Liverpool. I mean, it'll happen. We already got the here we go, right? On that one. We did get Gyökeres to Arsenal is finally happening. For those that haven't seen that, we did get the here we go on that. We also got the Ornstein bomb. So Gyökeres is actually going to move, and Arsenal are finally going to have a striker that is not Kai Havertz. So that's big for them. Big, big, big for them. Hopefully get us back in the Premier League. Cifuentes, going to be an absolute machine. I hope so. Never driving motorbike again once there's enough. Looking at a car now, don't know what to get. Fair enough. Scares you straight, kind of thing. I understand that. Pack 98, Eto'o's mid. Wow. The comments EA bias, I do wonder if they really think it's true. The thing is, with something like this, right? Pi packing R9 twice. This top comment is EA bless content creators. It's a fact. They do not realise how many packs someone like Pi will open. Same with Bateson, same with Castro over the years. Pi is not uploading every pack that he opens, because 99.9% of them are absolute crap. Of course he's going to upload the packs where he packs R9, and so if you only see those packs, you might think that his pack luck is phenomenal. In reality, he might have had to open thousands of upgrade packs and stuff like that in order to get these 2 cards. But people just don't understand. Personal pack weight differs on your FC points usage. That's not true. That's why these big content creators get all these crazy pulls constantly. Again, not true. And us, the guys that don't buy FC points, get F all. Again, not true. One of my mates that has spent nothing on the game this year started off the year by packing R9 like a week into the game's release. He's packed 99 on Mbappe. He's bookended FC 25 with outrageous pulls. I've literally just explained why people think that the content creators get all the crazy pulls. They don't. All you need to do to realize what is actually going on in terms of pack weight and whether you think that people have better pack luck, watch someone like Pi, watch a live stream where he opens packs for like 8 hours straight and see how little he gets. Then see if you still believe your own points. This is what I'm talking about. You take the highlights, of course the pack look looks crazy. But you've just ignored 7 hours and 58 minutes of the 8 hours to focus on 2 minutes and say that that is the only thing that matters. Go watch Orzio. Orzio opens other people's packs constantly. So that wouldn't even prove the point that you're trying to make. It would actually do the opposite in reality. Liverpool fan, way too much and too much in wages. What, for RTTK? You got 99 Messi in your maltradable? It's crazy. 2 kids, it isn't worth the risk. Fair. Fair. People just see one clip out of an 8-hour stream. Mm-hmm. Yes. It's like you could create a gold compilation for, I don't know, Marwan Shamak that makes him look unbelievable. Or Nicholas Bentner. But anyone that actually watched them play dozens and dozens, maybe even hundreds of games would realise, no. No, they're not at that level. If you watch Olivier Giroud's goal compilation of the best goals in his career, you would think he might be the GOAT. But if you watched him in the season where we won the Premier League, where he couldn't hit a barn door for the second half of the season, and it's the main reason why Arsenal didn't win the league, you'd have a different opinion. You just have to have more context to things. Zach, thank you very, very much for the generosity and support, for the continued sub on Twitch. 68 months in total is crazy. Got yourself a Switch 2 the other day? Bloody loving it. Mario Kart and Donkey Kong has been sick. I'm really, really jealous of everyone that has Donkey Kong. It looks amazing. I just cannot justify spending whatever it is, like 60, 70 quid on yet another game when I've got such a big back catalogue that I'm working through. Currently working through Tony Hawk 3 and 4, but I'm at the point where I've only got like the really, really hard stuff to do, like the expert level challenges. And for someone that hasn't ever really played this game series before, I'm finding it pretty hard. I'm obviously improving as time goes on. I'm learning different combinations and stuff to make it a bit easier. But it's going to take me a long time in order to finish this off. I'm watching tutorials to try and figure out the best methods to do things. The thing is, with a game like a Tony Hawk, so much of it is not really teachable from a tutorial. They can tell you their method of doing something, but for you to be able to replicate it, it's not like you're watching a tutorial of here are all of these collectibles in this big open world where you just walk to it and you find it. I wish it was that simple, and then I'd probably have completed the game right now, but God, it's difficult, but I'm really enjoying it. As I say, trying out different games, I think and different genres and types of games is something that I feel people don't do enough of. And so, this Tony Hawk game coming out on Game Pass day one, getting ice cream, has really given me a new genre to try, and I've ended up absolutely loving it. So, yeah, I'm really happy about that, and I'm looking forward to continuing it and 100%ing it. You've not spent points and packed Vinny, Eto, and Chouameni? Nice. JJ, hello. Sprite, hello. When Footies 3 comes out, can you still pack players from Footies 1 and 2 from packs? No. Not straight away. But I don't know how many weeks they're going to do of Footies this year. But in the past, they've done like 6 weeks. And so what they do is they do like 6 weeks of different Footies squads. And then after those are done, the like 7th week, as it were, all of them are back in packs. And they also start bringing out SBCs for the 99 Mbappes, Messis, Ronaldos, etc. So eventually you'll be able to get all of those cards, but until it gets to the end of Footies, anyone that was in Team 1, Team 2, Team 3, whatever, you won't be able to obtain them until they're all back in packs, unless you have something that, I don't know, like a Foot Champs rewards, where it's not specific to Footies Week 3. It's any Footies. You could get them in that, but just opening an 85 times 10? No. Footies comes out, a new squad comes out every Friday. And as I say, in the past they've done like 6. So there is a world where... So Team 3 is the 25th. Team 4 on the 1st of August. Team 5 on the 8th. Team 6 on the 15th. And maybe on the 22nd of August, that's when you've got everything back in packs for a month. And that's the gap filler between FC 25 and 26, is you've got a month of all of the Footies back in packs. This massive best of re-release as well. And like all the greats of the games and women's Euro cards and shapeshifters and team of the seasons and all of those things. So that's your rough timeline if they do 6 weeks. But we don't know yet. Kieran, I watch... The darts is one of those things where I don't go out of my way to watch it, but if it's on, I won't turn it off. Like, I enjoy it. I've been to the darts a couple of times, and in person, it's fantastic. The vibes are just sick, and I would absolutely go again, 1,000,000%. Whenever it's back in Leicester, and we'll look at potentially going, me and my mates. But yeah, I don't follow along with like all the different tournaments and stuff like that throughout the year. Saved a decent amount lately, so it's not there. What's the point in waiting? Fair enough, Zach. Got DK on a discount, 55 quid. Nice. Nice. What do you all think about FC 26? I'm not going to have a proper opinion until the game comes out, because there's no point. Sadly, we can look at everything they reveal and go, oh my god, it's the best game ever! And then you play it and it plays terribly. It's all laggy, it's just not responsive, you press pass and it goes the wrong way. That doesn't happen in the trailers. So it's one of those where you simply cannot judge. I think that most multiplayer games are like that. Like, you see a trailer for COD, it's not going to fully reflect the like sweaty meta playstyles that people use when they're actually playing it. And the same with this game, whereas you see a trailer for like a single player game showing off some gameplay, that's a bit different because that is the experience that you're going to get. Yeah, so this starts in 6 minutes. And it will be like a 3-minute countdown. So it's at 5 o'clock. How much do I think FPL would value Gyökeres at? 9? They shouldn't go higher than that because he's not played in the league. They shouldn't. Do I think we win tonight? Yes! It's coming home again! It's coming. Football's coming home. Vardy to Wrexham. I don't... It doesn't make any sense. Vardy has left our club to go to someone, like, bigger and better. Or to a bigger and better league than the Championship. Otherwise, he would have just stayed. Doesn't make any sense to go there. If he was going to go to another Championship team, he'd go to Sheff Wednesday because that's who he supports. I still think he'll end up in the MLS. But he has been linked to multiple Serie A teams, been linked to multiple La Liga teams as well. And he's one of those names alongside Callum Wilson and Calvert-Lewin that Man United got linked to for a couple of days, which is just stupid. Just stupid. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new season. Both our season and the Prem season should be a lot of fun. Especially, yeah, just being able to create content on it and stuff like that. FPL content and things. We've just hit 5.3k followers on the Footy TikTok. 4,700 to go. Come on. Do I have a command, actually? Let's quickly check this before this starts. Where am I going? Here. No, that's not what we want to do. We want to do this. Cloudbot. Commands. Do I have one? I do. Okay. Well, that's good. I need to use this a lot more. If you aren't following the football TikTok account and you want to see reactions to transfers, results, football news, discussions, questions, little fun mini-series and stuff like that, as well as FPL stuff, please go and follow the football TikTok account. The dream scenario is to get it monetized. In order to get it monetized, I need 10,000 followers on there. I currently have 5,300. So every single person that joins and follows, you are making a difference. Because the sooner we can get that monetized, the more we can focus on it to create content on it, because it will actually be worth my time. So I would very, very much appreciate anyone and everyone that can follow that account. As we aim to get to... Oops. There we go. And what I'll do, sorry, I'm just going to put that in the chat so that I can then pin it to the top of the YouTube stream. There we go. Oops, wrong thing. It's nearly time, everybody. It's nearly time. Because, yeah, man, just being able to create that kind of content and actually it be worth my time. I can put more effort and time into editing and stuff like that if the account is actually earning me money. Whereas right now, a lot of it is reaction content and stuff like that. But if suddenly we're actually earning money for a TikTok, then it's worth putting a bit more time into it. So we're getting there slowly but surely. Speaking of, David Ornstein, Newcastle United make offer to Brentford for Johan Wissa. Bid worth 25 mil rejected by Brentford. Why on earth are you bidding 25 mil? He's going to be worth double that, surely. That's crazy. Leo, hello, how's it going? Done? Torfin? You're goated. Thank you. Anyone that goes and follows the Footy account, I really appreciate you. Really do. As I say, even if it's literally just another follow on your account, it is helping us get closer to our goal of that 10k followers. So we're getting there. We are getting there slowly but surely. Thank you for the new follows, guys. There's lots of football content coming out on there and the YouTube channel as well over this summer and then going into the new season. Really looking forward to it a lot. Double it? Exactly. Right, the premiere should be beginning right now. And then it should be a 3-minute countdown. There we go. Right, now last time I got copyright striked because of the music during the countdown. So let's not do that this time, please. We will not see Foot Champs co-op. I highly doubt it. Today we're not going to see details on Ultimate Team, clubs, or career mode. Today is specifically gameplay. So you know how they focused on some gameplay stuff in the trailer and everything like that? It's now going to be more in-depth on those things. So for example, the improved tackling, the changes to goalkeepers, the improved dribbling, and things like that. That's what today's video and then pitch notes should all be about. Speaking of, let's get EA's Twitter open. Oh, get out the way. So that we can get the pitch notes straight away to open them for you. Oh, here we go, everybody. As I say, whilst we have 1 minute and 45, if you have time and you really want to help me out, please go and follow that Footy TikTok account as we are on the road to 10k followers. It's pinned at the top of the chat on YouTube. I appreciate it. Did I catch the presents? No. All I saw was that Eternatus is coming to Pokemon Go, and apparently it's going to be really OP. So that's cool. But I didn't see anything else. I'm assuming they talked about Legends, but that's all I was really expecting. So, no, I've not seen. Miguel, interesting, but if you have followed, I appreciate it. I love every single one of you. As I say, getting that TikTok account monetized is my dream right now, because I would love to make a ton of football-based content for you. So the sooner we get to 10k followers on there, the sooner you can get higher quality, better edited, more effort in all the videos content. So thank you for those who do go and follow it. For those of you that are here on YouTube, there are a ton of you. If you want to do it after we watch the videos and everything like that, to do with the gameplay deep dive, I would really appreciate it. It's birdie.94 on TikTok. Thank you. Miguel, I appreciate it. Right, here we go, everybody. It is time for the gameplay. I hope you're ready. FC26 official gameplay deep dive. Let's go.
Make gameplay better. Those 3 words summarize our full focus this year. An overhauled gameplay experience that's responsive, rewarding, and powered by your feedback.
Responsive.
Here's what's new.
Is the word.
First, we separated gameplay into 2 presets. Competitive gameplay, customized for more responsiveness and player control in online modes. And
that's what I want.
authentic gameplay, tuned for more realism in offline modes.
I don't
so
care
that
about
your
that.
experience is tailored to where and how you play.
Yeah.
Second,
Cool.
we refined the gameplay fundamentals across all modes. Pace, passing, tackling, saves, physicality, everything to address your most requested changes. And third, we
Cool.
added a host of other exciting community-inspired features and updates, from new player roles and playstyles to a high contrast mode.
Surely
Let's
the
start
community
with
don't
the
actually
biggest
want
change,
more
and something you've been
playstyles
very
and-
vocal about. Splitting gameplay into 2 separate experiences based on where and how you play. For the first time, online modes like Football Ultimate Team and Clubs will have their own tailored gameplay preset called Competitive Gameplay, while
Good.
offline modes like Manager and Player Career will default to Authentic Gameplay.
So I wonder if you can use authentic
Competitive
on, like, squad
gameplay is
battles, though.
fast, dynamic, and attacking football that rewards you for skill, timing, and quick decision-making. It's designed to feel extra responsive, give you more
Good.
control on the pitch, and deliver a more
The question is
consistent
whether it
gameplay
actually is when we
experience.
play it.
Passing feels quicker, dribbling feels more dynamic, the paciest players feel more explosive. We've even
What a
chosen
goal.
the most responsive animations to keep matches feeling fast and smooth. Auto tackles
I
and
love
blocks
everything
are
I'm
less
hearing.
common, encouraging you to take control on defense. And you'll be
Good.
rewarded for great timing with fewer tackles bouncing back to your opponent. Goalkeepers will also parry the ball to safety more
Please
often,
let
reducing
it
the number
actually
of
be true.
frustrating rebound goals that feel out of your control. Every detail of the competitive gameplay experience is built to deliver on those 3 community priorities: responsiveness, consistency, and control. Authentic gameplay, our preset for career,
It's-
is immersive, realistic football that emulates how the real world
It's
game
crazy
looks,
how good it
feels,
all
and
sounds.
plays.
It's just
Designed to
whether they
deliver a
actually
simulation
execute it.
gameplay experience, from true physics or most realistic animations, capturing the same pace and unpredictability that makes football great. Authentic gameplay will still feel responsive, but matches will be less rapid fire than in FUT, giving that
That's
last-minute corner or goal-saving tackle the real-world gravitas that we know our career players love. And in contrast to
quick
competitive
clearance.
gameplay, things like AI defending will be tuned differently to reflect how important teamwork is in football. Although competitive and
That's fair.
authentic are customized for different styles of play, you'll still be able to toggle between both presets in kickoff and career to tailor your gameplay experience.
That's good.
Our second big gameplay innovation for FC26 applies to both competitive and authentic gameplay. A focus on refining what we call the gameplay fundamentals. Goalkeeping,
Everything just
agility,
getting a
tackling and
rework.
interceptions, passing and dribbling,
Everything.
attacking movement, and physicality.
Jeez.
Here's what we've
Okay.
heard over the last year and how we rework those fundamentals
kind of
to address
goals.
your feedback. Goalkeepers are inconsistent.
Yeah, they are.
Expect keepers to be smarter and more consistent in FC26. We're
Good.
using machine learning to train them in hundreds of thousands of in-game situations to find the best positioning, including those little micro steps world-class keepers use to close the angle. Changing directions
Good.
feels so heavy.
Yeah, it does.
Players can now turn quicker and accelerate more explosively in any direction, making
Love to
everyone
hear
feel
it.
more agile and responsive.
That turn
And we
by
continue
Mbappe.
to tune the relative pace of players to ensure that the
Bang.
fastest players feel like the quickest ones on the pitch.
Yeah, because pace
Tackles and
hasn't felt like it
interceptions
did
often bounce back to
before.
my opponent. This is a big one we've
It is a
dedicated
big one.
hundreds of hours to improving, and now you'll be more likely to win the ball cleanly and retain possession in those moments. Passing and dribbling feels sluggish. Both of these are more responsive in FC26. Passing and dribbling will feel different between competitive and authentic, but they'll both be more fluid and reactive than last year to ensure that the game feels dynamic and in your control. My teammates need to make better
Oh,
runs.
yes, they do. The
We
AI
agree that
attacking.
fluid attacking movement is key to fun and dynamic gameplay. And we've retuned the runs your teammates will make
That's
as
the
you
same as
progress
that
up the pitch
Mbappe one.
to give you even more options and support.
Good.
I can't protect the ball when pressed. We've created brand new ways for you to use physicality to shield the ball in FC26. By pressing the shield
Okay.
button, you can now seal off
Hopefully
your
it's not
opponent as they
OP
try to
when you're
press
trying
you
to time
or bump them
waste.
with your shoulder as you dribble to make a bit of space. Low drivens used to be great. We're bringing back a community favorite mechanic and improving on it. Low drivens can now be triggered on demand by double tapping the shoot button.
They
And
have
this can
brought
be
it
applied
back.
to all shot types, allowing you to turn your finesse or power shots into low drivens with a second tap.
Interesting.
This also replaces timed finishing, meaning that precision shooting will now become the primary skill-based mechanic for scoring goals. Each of these updates to gameplay fundamentals is designed to address the most common feedback we get, and together set a better foundation for the overall gameplay experience in FC26. Another widely requested feature we're excited to add this year is high contrast mode. We've made high contrast mode customizable so you can create a visual experience that's best for what you need. You'll be in control of the colors of each team, the keepers, the ball, the referee. And you'll even be able to turn off player or stadium shadows, plus adjust the overall pitch saturation.
This is great.
We've also added simplified skill moves, allowing you to perform a relevant skill with a simple flick of the right stick in a given direction. We're introducing 5 new playstyles in FC26. Precision Header, Aerial Fortress, Game Changer for those flare finishers, Inventive for flare passers, and Enforcer, which dials up those improvements to off-ball shielding. You will also see new player roles in FC26 that epitomize the modern game. Ball-playing keeper, wide back, inverted wing back, and box crasher. Just like the other player roles, these new roles are opportunities to customize your tactical approach and push beyond a rigid formation. Great gameplay is at the heart of what makes an FC game fun. That's why we're so excited about FC26. The split of competitive and authentic gameplay allows us to customize and improve your experience based on where and how you play. And refined fundamentals across the game deliver on your feedback, making gameplay more responsive, consistent, and rewarding. There's so much more coming to FC26. Look out for more info in our upcoming deep dives, pitch notes, and on social. And pre-order the FC26 Ultimate Edition now to get an icon today in FC25, plus a debut icon in FC26 at launch, an extra active Evo.
Everything that they're saying is amazing. Let's look at the pitch notes that go alongside this, which I'm assuming they've just put out, which should go into everything they've just talked about in more detail. Here? Is it here? I think so. It should be in news, and then there should be a pitch notes. Pitch notes gameplay deep dive. Here we go. Oh, not this again. Oh, for Christ's sake. Right, let's try it on a different browser and see if it works on there. Nope. Okay, well done, EA. Hopefully it fixes itself soon. In the meantime, let's very quickly just backtrack through this, and hopefully by the end of going through this again, that will be working. So, they've basically reworked most things. The big difference between the competitive and authentic gameplay, I think, is good, right? Competitive gameplay is what the vast majority of us want. Is quick, responsive gameplay where you can do quick tiki-taka passing and quick dribbling and skill moves and stuff like that. That's what we want. Authentic gameplay, if you want to play more realistic, slower tempo, like career mode stuff, then you can do that, which is great. So, they've reworked all of this stuff on the left-hand side. And this is that difference between the competitive and authentic, which they detailed the other day, and now we've got a little bit more detail on that. But then...
explosive. We've even chosen the most responsive animations to keep...
like this? Maybe there's going to be less animations in competitive mode because it says they've chosen the most responsive animations. So therefore, in the authentic gameplay, you're going to have a bigger variety of animations, but the gameplay is going to be a bit slower. So this one, there might only be one type of animation where they dink the ball over a slide tackle, whereas In offline gameplay, maybe there's like 10 variations that the game has to calculate which one it's going to do. These are all reasons why delay gets worse and worse the more animations they add. So that's good. I like that. I think that is perfectly fine.
Goalkeepers will also parry the ball to safety more often.
This is good. This is obviously really, really good. The amount... I mean, they even showed an example, right? Where was that? Oh, yeah. Also, you can change these in your offline settings if you want to anyway, which is great. So, goalkeeping, agility, all of this stuff. So, they showed this example of basically what would happen with the current gameplay settings.
Here's what we've heard
for a rebound. So this is exactly what you're conceding in FC 25.
Over the last year, and how we...
The ball just gets parried straight to the attacker. Of course it does, basically every time.
Rework those fundamentals to address
However,
your feedback.
now...
Goalkeepers are inconsistent. Expect keepers to be smarter and more consistent in FC 20.
Parrying wide is something that they've worked on a lot. So hopefully that is going to be consistent when the game comes out. And there's people once again in the stream saying that they patch the game after a month and everything changes. I personally don't believe that they've done that in about 3 or 4 years. So people that are worried about this, they're like completely reworking the core gameplay mechanics. That isn't going to get reverted unless everybody absolutely hates it, and then they'll work on it and find a balance. But something like a goalkeeper rework, they're not suddenly a few weeks into the game going to patch it and you're going to concede rebound goals constantly. So don't be worried about that.
We're using machine learning to train them in to close the angle.
So
changing directions.
This is one of the big things. When it comes to responsiveness and dribbling and stuff like that, the amount of times, like, you can sort of understand it with someone like Haaland because he's a big, bulky guy, massive frame. And so changing direction is going to feel a little bit slower with him. But when you're using a 5'8", small, agile guy with ridiculous dribbling stats, the fact that he turns so slow is so frustrating. So this is what they've attempted to change here.
Feels so heavy. Players can now turn quicker and accelerate more explosively in any direction, making...
So you see an example here of Mbappe sort of coming towards the ball, and then this through ball gets played and he instantly turns and he's gone.
Everyone feel more agile and responsive. And we've continued to tune the relative pace of players
so that's good.
To often bounce back to my...
This is one of those where it's hard to judge this based off of what they're showing us here, because if Anticipate is a playstyle, again, this year, how much of a difference is Anticipate and Anticipate Plus going to make if you have made tackling and interceptions better on their own? Does it mean that these playstyles are going to have significantly less of an impact? I personally really hope so, because the fact that you can't really use a centre-back at the start of the year unless they have Anticipate because you're at such a disadvantage is stupid. So hopefully this changes things with this change here. So
big one.
This here, how many times you get in this kind of scenario when you are defending? Oh, whoops. And what button is it? Oh, no.
One we've...
Oh, maybe I can't... Oh, I can do it. Yeah, this kind of scenario where you are the blue player defending and you get in a position, you time your tackle perfectly, and on the left-hand side, you'll see exactly what happens in this game. The ball just sort of ricochets between them, whereas on the right-hand side, you come out of it with a strong challenge and get away with the ball, and that attacker is no longer going to keep it. So, will this be a consistent improvement and fix? Hopefully. Again, the question is all going to come out about Anticipate and play styles.
And now you'll be more likely to win the ball.
Same with interceptions. Is Intercept and Intercept Plus going to be a massive thing or not? Lyth, I'm intrigued why you say that.
Cleanly and retain possession. feel different.
Next, passing and dribbling.
Between
They've basically
competitive and
said that they're just going to feel
authentic,
more
but
responsive and quicker when you're playing on the competitive gameplay.
they'll
Which it
both be
feels
more
like
fluid
everything
and
should
reactive
be.
than last year to ensure that the game feels dynamic and in your control.
So, good.
Fluid attack, better
This,
runs.
this is a really interesting one for me, because when I look back at the reasons why I think FIFA 17 was the best that we ever had, it wasn't just because of the fact that we got, like, champs and SBCs and stuff like that. The attacking AI in FIFA 17 is the best that we ever had, because you actually had options. You had players off the ball that made really intelligent runs, so you had different players that you could play the ball to instead of, oh, I'm either going to have to dribble forward here or manually make that guy run and pass to him. Hopefully this will also mean that player lock isn't anywhere near as big of a thing.
We agree that fluid attacking movement is key to fun
So like here, you see that striker pulling that move where he comes short and then bombs
and
forward
dynamic
here,
gameplay.
allowing
And we've
for that
retuned the runs
crazy through ball.
your teammates will make as you progress up the pitch.
Here, again, this kind of run doesn't happen enough on these games unless you manually trigger him. You'll get the ball here, and then you'll be wanting this guy to sprint forward, but unless you tap L1 or LB, he's going to take too long to realise it, and then this defender's going to come across.
To give you
But
even more
when he's already making the run before you've played that first pass, that's what I want from my attacking AI. I don't want them to only react when the ball is really, really close to them. I want to have options. Like, there's a world here where you could have kept the ball with the guy that was out wide, seen this attacking run, and done a long cross to the back post. You wouldn't have had to go through the middle. So, that's good.
options and support.
I like it.
I can't protect the ball when pressed. We've created...
This is the one question mark that I think I have over this gameplay deep dive as it stands. Obviously, if the pitch notes work, which, let's do a quick refresh. Not yet. Hopefully they do soon. The only thing why this worries me is because of time wasting. Time wasting currently doesn't really have any counters to it. You can try and press, but if someone is playing it round the back, it's really hard to actually get the ball back off them. And if someone is holding the left trigger with a player that has like Press Proven and Bruiser Plus, it's near impossible to get the ball off of them. Unless you bring a second player in.
Brand new ways for you to use physicality to shield the ball.
I hope not, and I hope it's more useful when you're attacking.
In FC 26. By pressing the shield button, you can now seal off your opponent as they try to press you or bump them with your shoulder as you dribble to make a bit of space.
We will see. But this is probably the biggest piece of news out of this deep dive.
Drivens used to be great.
We're bringing you can now low driven any type of shot.
Back a community favorite mechanic and improving on it. Low drivens can now be triggered on demand by double tapping the shoot button.
So this is how it worked when it was first introduced in FIFA 17 and then going into FIFA 18. If you double tap shoot, that's how you do a low driven. Nothing to do with just tapping shoots like you have to do in FC 25. What this also means is you can power up a driven shot by like filling up the power bar and then tapping shoot again, and they'll do a more powerful, faster shot that is still a low driven shot. However, the interesting part, I wouldn't even say is that, it's this.
And this can be applied to all shot types, allowing you to turn your finesse or power shots into low drivens with a second tap.
So, you can do a low driven finesse, which I think was actually what the meta, like the best shot type was on FIFA 18, whereas in 17 it was just normal low driven. You're going to be able to do a power shot low driven, which is really intriguing as well. But this is why it's interesting.
This also replaces timed finishing.
So time finishing is gone. So for once, Instead of just adding more and more and more and more mechanics and making things overly complicated, running out of buttons on the controller, they've decided, you know what? We're getting rid of that one and we're bringing this in. Time finishing is done. It's out of the game. I wonder if this is partially to help with doing load drivens and adding more variety to them, but also to stop you being able to just green time a shot from 35 yards with a right back and ping it in because you've green timed it. Precision shooting is now going to take over as the main mechanic rather than just green timing. So if you really, really want to have better or more accurate shots, you're gonna have to switch to precision shooting instead of relying on just timed finishing.
Meaning that precision shooting will now become the primary skill-based mechanic for scoring goals.
There you go.
Each of these updates to gameplay fundamentals is designed to address the most
and then we've got the high contrast
allowing you to
mode.
put stadium shadows. Plus,
this is really cool. Some people have asked in the chat, if you turn on like
be
this
able to turn off
contrast
player
mode,
or stadium.
does this mean that if someone that you're playing against is using a stadium with shadows, are you still going to see them? No. This is going to work similarly to how kits work. So nowadays, you select what kit your opponent is wearing. So there are no clashes or anything like that. If you turn shadows off for the stadium, it does not matter what your opponent is using, you will not see any shadows.
Stadium shadows.
I think that's really, really good. Because there are some really annoying stadiums when it comes to the lighting in this game.
Overall pitch saturation.
So
We've also added simplified skill moves.
Simplified skill moves interest me. We'll read
allowing
more
you to
about
perform
that.
a relevant skill with a simple flick of the right stick in a given direction.
And then we've seen new playstyles as well. But we need the pitch notes to load so that we can actually look at this stuff in detail. Sometimes this just decides to work randomly. Like sometimes if we open up like EA's Twitter and then open it in a new window, then it actually decides that it wants to work. Sometimes not. So let's go to news and let's go to the deep dive, and it's still a 404 for me. Let's try it in a different browser and see if that has fixed that yet. Nope, still a 404 for me. So we can't look at the pitch notes just yet, which is frustrating.
Aerial Fortress, game changer for those flare finishers, inventive for flare passers.
This is really interesting though, that they've split Trivela into two. So Trivela shots are now their own playstyle. Trivela like passes are a separate one. So it looks like you're not going to be able to do much in terms of Trivelas and stuff like that unless you have the playstyle. There's no longer just going to be a button to do Trivelas. It's actually going to be reliant on a playstyle. We do have some tweets coming out from people that somehow are actually able to read these pitch notes. I don't know how they are managing to do this. But I need to... You shouldn't be able to choose when to Trivela or finesse. It should happen automatically. That would help solve the broken angles. But then what if you don't want to finesse it? What if you just want to absolutely bang it? Nah, I don't like that. I think all they need to do is make it so they're not ridiculously broken and OP. Oh, we're in! Right, let's have a look then. Here we go. Gameplay deep dive, pitch notes. So, holy moly. Let's get going, shall we? So, we don't really need to cover this because we've looked at this before, we've talked about this before. There are people that are in the chat saying it's the same game. They clearly aren't watching any of these videos. They're not reading anything that EA are putting out. It feels like EA just cannot win. They make changes that the community want and need, and they still get slated for it, which is crazy. But I assume that is mostly from people that aren't actually looking at the information that we've been given, because anyone that is having a positive response. We will have career mode. Oh, let me just skip to the bottom, because there are people asking when we're going to see about career mode, ultimate team, and stuff like that. It should at the bottom. No, of course not. Make me look like a mug. Make me look like a mug. It should say it in one of these. Let's go into the feedback deep dive. Here we go. So archetypes and clubs deep dives are coming in July, and then career and ultimate team are going to be looked at in depth in August. So let's have a little look. Again, we've already looked at competitive and authentic gameplay. Competitive is responsive and you have more control. Basically made for online. Authentic is for higher realism, and true to life for offline stuff. Okay? We don't need to look more at that. Competitive is what we're going to be playing. That's the one to focus on. So, gameplay fundamentals. They've changed a lot of stuff. These are all the different things that have been focused on. So let's go with dribbling to start off. So in FC26, dynamic dribbling is a new way to give you better control with increased responsiveness and more consistent outcomes. Two words that I really, really care about. Responsiveness and consistency. So, dribble touch intervals. They've retuned how close the player keeps the ball to themselves when dribbling. The interval between dribble touches varies between competitive and authentic. I think this is going to come up a lot, that if you're playing authentic gameplay rather than competitive, things are going to be slower, it's not going to be as responsive, it's going to be more realistic, right? Whereas in competitive, you might be able to do some crazy dribbles and passing stuff and things like that. Adjusted animation, consistency, and speed for players based on height to balance the performance between tall and short players. Does this mean that taller players aren't going to feel like absolute trucks to turn around now? And it's not going to be ridiculously different dribbling with a tiny player compared to a giant? We'll see. Adjusted dribbling foot preference logic and animation branching logic to allow for more responsive ball control. Good. Re-evaluated and retuned our dribbling animation library to ensure the consistency, speed, and responsiveness were standard across the board. Good. Increase the speed of jog dribbling alongside improved logic for ball direction when dribbling. Okay. Effort touch animations now trigger during drastic dribble turns to ensure faster and authentic turns. So here is an example of dribbling from FC25, and I imagine compared to FC26. So this is 25 dribbling with Mo Salah. Just normal left stick dribbling with Salah. Whereas this is the left stick dribbling on FC26. So, in theory, left stick dribbling might actually be closer to what it has been in previous years compared to what it has been in the last couple. We have removed agile dribbling mechanic due to its low usage and to make the shielding controls more consistent. So, agile dribbling, which was double triggers, gone. Gone. Movement. You say it. I'm going to tell people, because there's some people that will watch this as a video, there's other people that are watching this live. If you're watching this live and you don't care what EA have to say and you think the game is going to be terrible regardless, don't bother commenting. There are some of us that are hopeful for the new game, and we are optimistic that because they are focusing on the changes to stuff that has been needing changes for like 5+ years, that it might finally actually be good. For those people that don't really play the game that much, you might think that it looks the same, but for those people that are playing it every single day and you see these changes and some of the adjustments and things that are being made, you know that it's going to be different. The question is whether the execution of those changes is going to be good. That's the thing that we don't know until the game comes out, but there are big changes happening to many things. And again, some people say they say this every year, so you can't see the ambition. They haven't said these things before. EA have never made trailers where they are self-aware and slagging off their own game and then telling you what they're actually going to do to fix the things that people are complaining about. That's never, ever happened before. So, again, if people have just zero positivity around the game, there's no point in watching someone react to the new game because regardless of what EA put out there, you're going to say that it's terrible. So we just ignore those kind of people, but I thought I'd just do a blanket statement for those of you just to explain. If you care about the game getting better, you'll be excited about things. If you don't care about it getting better, you'll probably just slag it off. Really. So, with movement, we heard feedback that players felt sluggish and heavy, especially when changing directions or when chasing down the ball. Our goal with FC26 is to make all players more agile and able to accelerate more explosively in any direction. So, here's what we've changed to achieve this. More agility in explosive sprint, run styles, and attacker v defender speed. Acceleration types. We're going back to 3 acceleration types. Okay. I don't mind that. Because previously... we had explosive, lengthy, and then controlled. But then they added in, like, lengthy explosive or controlled lengthy and stuff like that. They've gone back to these 3. And you say people that accept this every year is the reason it always sucks. And I would normally agree with you. However, the whole point of how they are advertising their new game is by actually responding to people instead of ignoring people complaining about the game like they do. People complain about the game every single year, right? There are massive problems every year. A lot of it to do with button delay, responsiveness, dribbling, passing, shooting, whatever. Normally, when the new game comes out, they're just like, oh yeah, we've added this new mechanic. They don't mention the mechanic that they added last year and the fact that it was broken or people didn't like it. This is the first time ever EA have actually taken accountability for things that they have created and problems that they have made themselves, and how they have been working with the community, with like pro players and people going and properly testing it. They've gone and tested the game in people's actual home simulations instead of just on their own 0 input delay servers, and actually making the changes back to the core gameplay mechanics that we have wanted. So, again, I don't believe there's any way to take that negatively unless you just want the game to be bad. So, yeah. So, we're back to explosive, lengthy, and controlled. Other changes. New jockey animations to improve maneuverability. Cool. Improved animations for all types of turns. And improved low urgency and relaxed animations for players not directly involved in the play to be less frantic and have them ready to accelerate when needed. Nice! So, FC25 jockeying compared to FC26 with more fluidity between the different movements and direction changes and animations and stuff like that. Which is good. Like, the switch between the different diagonals is more janky on the old one. It's not like a crazy mega change, but just small adjustments which should make it feel a bit better. Because I don't actually think jockeying is horrible in 25. So making it that little bit better, good. Goalkeepers. We've received a lot of feedback on goalkeepers, especially regarding their positioning, the place where they deflect the ball, and how they look when doing so. I don't think this one matters. If the first 2 are good, this one's irrelevant. But sure. Next, Goalkeeper fundamentals. Deflection control. Added a new level of control for save deflections to significantly reduce the amount of deflections going back to opponents. Most deflections will now go out of bounds towards teammates or to open space away from opponents. Refined goalkeeper's ability to read shot trajectories to better reflect real-world save efforts and shot detection. This will get rid of some of the garbage, like, when they just watch a loopy Trivela go over their head. Stuff like that. Improve base systems for goalkeeper handling, more consistent shot stopping, and more reasonable decision-making in one-on-one situations. So, FC25... This. If this is not a FUT Champs goal, then I don't know what is. So the same scenario playing out in this game. Oh, wait. Why have they bothered putting this in if they're going to do one that shows both games here? So this is the exact same scenario playing out with 25 mechanics and then 26. So that shot bounces straight back to them, and they just head it in. Whereas now, it actually gets parried out for a corner. So it does look like you're going to see an increase in corners. So hopefully they're not ridiculously OP, otherwise we've got a problem. But it does mean significantly less rebound goals, which are one of the most infuriating things in the game. You can defend something perfectly, let them have a shot that has a really low percentage of going in, but then the goalie decides, oh, you know what, I'll just pat that down to you. Here, have a tap in. So hopefully that is not a thing now. One of the most significant updates in FC26 is the introduction of reinforcement learning goalkeeper positioning. Okay. This system helps AI-controlled goalkeepers make more realistic decisions about where to position themselves in the box. Okay. So in 25, leaving quite a bit of the far post open, I assume is going to be their example here. Whereas in 26, being more central in the goal instead of coming over to like this position where the mouse is. Oh, and direct side by side of where the keeper ends up and the positioning for the attempted save and stuff like that. Of course, they've not spoken about kickoff, unless it's further down here. They have not mentioned anything about the store packs because there's no reason to. If you want to buy them, you can. If you don't want to, you can not spend any money. And you'll be perfectly fine. Right. New volumetric animations. Animations play a crucial role in how goalies look and feel on the pitch. We've introduced new animations based on real-world capture data. Which, I mean, sure. I don't really care, to be honest with you. We could not improve the fundamentals of goalkeepers without touching the be a goalkeeper experience. So, you can now be a goalie in Club's Rush. You can also use goalkeeper playstyles when in be a goalkeeper mode. So previously in Rush, you were, of course, limited to being an outfield player. You can now actually play in goal if you want to. I'm assuming that this is only going to be in clubs, at least at first, which is why they're specifying this rather than just saying Rush, which, fair enough. Okay. New control schemes for anyone that plays as a keeper in clubs. Then, here you go. You'll care about this. For 99.9% of us, this means absolutely nothing. But there you go. Here's a few seconds if you want to pause and have a look at the new controls. New visuals when you're playing as a goalkeeper as well. Defending! We know how it can feel to time a tackle perfectly, only for the ball to go right back to the opponent. Yes, we do! Yes, we do! So when working on fundamentals, we've spent a lot of time focusing on improving these issues during tackles, interceptions, and blocks. Our goal is to reward you for well-timed challenges or anticipating a pass. So, improve logic when stand or slide tackling the ball to a teammate. Added a new deflection control system to make block shots put the ball away from danger instead of just bouncing straight back. Added a new deflection control system to try to keep possession or move the ball to a teammate when making an interception. Opponents will feel the effect of a tackle more severely when dispossessed of the ball by playing a realistic reaction after the tackle, thereby reducing the likelihood of them recovering the ball back right after getting successfully tackled. Stop the bounce backs. So, FC25, here we go. A few examples of you tackling them, not getting the ball, tackling them, not getting the ball. Tackling them, it bounces straight back to them. Tackling them, it bounces straight back to them. So these new changes in 26, tackling it here, keeping possession. You'll notice the player who is getting tackled sort of animate past the person that's tackled them. I think one of the problems right now is when you tackle someone, the animation of the player that has been tackled pretty much just like falls into you, and then you collide, and that's why they end up keeping the ball. Your player doesn't go past them after they've got the ball back from them. Whereas, right now, you see multiple of these animations where there's a very clear coming together, tackle, they go past each other. That looks like the big change that they've tried to do here. Again here, muscling off. It's a huge, huge tackle by Militao. I mean, if manual defending is actually improved in the way that it looks like it might be, then it can only be a very positive thing. Improved logic for spamming tackle to make the delay after a missed tackle more consistent. Good, because there are a lot of people that do this. When pressing stand tackle near the dribbler about to take a shot, the defender will be more likely to try to tackle rather than block. That makes sense. Reduce the effectiveness of tackling from behind the dribbler. I mean, I'm glad you've done it. I don't know why you didn't address it in 25, but is it because... I tell you, like, the gameplay changes that they're making, it feels like these are the kind of changes you get when you switch engine. They've not done that, as far as we're aware, but they're changing all the core mechanics, which is... I mean, it is massive. So, maybe that's why it didn't really get touched throughout the year, because the whole thing was changing for this one. I don't know. Added more player personality for stand tackles. So the higher your stand tackle attribute, you can perform more animations for tackling. Okay. Oh, so the interception. So you intercepted it here on the left, and it still goes straight through to the attacker because the interception is so heavy. Whereas on the right-hand side, the interception is more controlled, and so you do actually keep the ball afterwards. Right, next up, there's so much. It's going to take a while, but we're getting there. Passing and shooting. Some of the strongest... Let me just quickly check this. Some of the strongest feedback we got on passing and shooting is that they can often feel sluggish. Yep. Pass responsiveness. With our focus on core mechanics, we dedicated significant effort to ensuring passes are as responsive as possible. Rebalanced animation restrictions to allow passing to cover a broader range of angles. Cool. Enabled first touch animations for passes when contextually appropriate. Good. Increased animation coverage for passes behind, also allowing back heel passes to play contextually in these scenarios. Yeah, back heels basically don't exist. First time 135 and 180 degree through passes are now significantly less accurate to avoid directed run related exploits. I can't remember the last time I heard EA actually use the word exploit when, like, describing a meta tactic. Interesting. Optimize short distance, low power passes to prefer faster, more responsive animations with minimal wind up. Okay, so in 25, this is what we're looking at. And then in 26, just more speed. Good. Improved through pass targets. We've introduced the concept of passing lanes for semi-assisted through passes. Aiming at a specific passing lane ensures the best target selection for the intended receiver within that lane. Respecting your aim and intention. Interesting. So, if you aim a through ball to the left of a defender, it won't do the through ball to the right-hand side, which is clearly not where it was aimed and not what anyone wanted. Right? Good. Time finishing, it looks like has gone, yes. We're getting down there, slowly but surely. Improved pass receiver for selection, good. Adjusted crosses to lead more in front of the target, good. Regular ground passes will now have a straighter trajectory with less contextual curve, good. Teammates will now maintain their position to receive ground passes instead of moving away. Lob passes will have more driven trajectories when the path is unobstructed. Good, so it doesn't need to needlessly lob when there's no one in the way. Goalkeeper throws, improved throw targets from the goalkeeper. No mention of being able to hold down a button to make sure he does an overhand or underarm throw, though. We'll see. Adjusted clearance logic to make them more responsive on clearances. Personally, this is essentially an 11-side Volta game to you. You'll actually play career mode. Don't really have a clue what that means, if I'm honest with you. But okay. Shooting responsiveness. To make shooting more fair and rewarding, we've enhanced responsiveness. Close range shots near the net will use more reactive animations with minimal wind-up. Good. Shooting angles have been rebalanced to enable shooting to cover a broader range of angles. Here we go then. Low-driven additions and timed finishing removal. Low-driven shots will be performed by double-tapping the shot button. Low-driven is now a global shot modifier instead of being contextual based on your shot power. Check the be a keeper part. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. No. Okay, so with the new button mapping, we had the opportunity to extend the low-driven mechanic across all shot types by pressing the shot button again after powering up your shot. So a low-driven lace shot, you just power up and then shoot again. Low-driven finesse is just finesse and you double tap. Low-driven trivela does exist by holding left trigger. Same with low-driven flare shot, I guess if you don't have trivela. Low-driven power shot is possible. You can do a low-driven volley and header. But not chip shots, of course. Wouldn't make sense. So actually being able to make sure a header goes down into the floor, I like that one the most out of all of this. I'm not going to lie. That's really good. Due to the changes to low-driven, timed finishing has been removed. Big thing. In general, we felt time finishing didn't add meaningful skill depth and proved difficult to balance. I'd agree with the second half of this more than the first. Like, if you can green time shots, that does add a skill gap to people that don't do it. You can score a larger range of goals by being able to green time. However, balancing it was something that they didn't do. It disproportionately rewarded long-range shots and felt inconsistent in high-pressure moments. Yes, the fact that you can green time a shot in the box and it still doesn't go in, yet you can green time a trivela with a right back with 35 shooting and it makes it go in, I'd agree. And you know what? Fair play for just admitting that they found it hard to balance it. We're going to get rid of it instead of keeping it and trying to tweak it again and failing once again. Removing it allows us to balance shooting to produce more consistent outcomes. This allows for more skill differentiation through precision shooting. So they are going to push precision shooting to build a skill gap. I mean, I feel like a lot of people this year jumped on precision shooting. I personally haven't, but maybe in this new game I'll have to. So, low-driven finesse, low-driven power shot, low-driven volley, and the low-driven header. Yeah, into the floor, like you saw in that big save. Okay. It does all sound amazing, but yes, of course we cannot truly judge until the game is out. Right, Trivelas. Trivela shots will now be connected to the new Game Changer playstyle. A player without this playstyle will not be able to perform Trivelas. No more Travelling from 30 yards with Kyle Walker-Peters. While visually impressive and powerful, Trivela shots became overused by players across all positions. We're looking at you, David. Often leading to unrealistic and exploitable scoring patterns. Yes. Our goal with this change is to balance the shooting mechanics of the game, especially in competitive gameplay. So, Trivela shots can now only be performed by players with this playstyle or playstyle plus, the game changer one. If a player doesn't have it, attempting a Trivela shot will default to a lace shot instead. Okay. See the playstyle section for more details on that. You've been asking us to increase fluid attacking movements while also having a logical defensive structure. Yes! For 8 years! Go back to FIFA 17 movement. That's what I've been saying. So, attacking positioning, player support, reevaluated the positioning logic to provide better supporting options for the ball carrier. Good. Attacking runs, increase the number of attacking runs to lower reliance on triggered runs. Good. Attacking runs more consistently run into open space. Good. All players will be more likely to make the best attacking run options instead of strictly following what their player role dictates. Good. I like it. Teams will have a more balanced approach with balanced build-up, giving you run options as well as close support options. Where's the stuff about fixing the delay? Oh, wait. Olin? You know I don't like defending EA often. However, literally the first pitch notes that they came out with was specifically about fixing delay. Last week when the trailer dropped. Right there. Okay. Offside runs. Improved attackers' ability to stay on side. Thank you, someone with 99 attacking positioning, not just stood all the way over there. You have to see it before you can believe it. Then don't bother asking where is them talking about it if you're just going to then immediately push it to the side. Defending positioning, player marking, adjusted positioning of defenders to now man mark opponents when close and inside the box. I don't mind that. The defensive line will not automatically push up as far when trying to keep players offside. So we've seen that run before. The question is though, like, is all of that automatic? Because if so, you're going to have to see this early if you're defending to be able to stop it. We'll see. We will see. And then, yeah, the same instance of that run down there that we saw before. Protecting the ball, keeping it is an essential part of football. Yep. So, shielding improvements. Shield trapping. Our objective was to give players a new tool when trapping the ball and wanting to stand their ground instead of immediately moving. Improved positioning when receiving the ball and shielding. Increased strength-based differentiation when shield trapping. Makes sense. Prioritized getting in the way of incoming opponents instead of getting the perfect touch on the ball. Okay. Rebalance and improve outcomes of several scenarios. Sure. New shielding trap animations as well. Shield dribbling. It's been fully reworked to make it more consistent and better at respecting your input. Improved consistency of positioning. Improved transitioning from shielding to sprint. Retuned how long you can shield depending on how much short-term fatigue you have. Interesting. New shielding movement animations. So this is what would happen if you tried to shield the ball as soon as you were getting it in 25, but now they actually hold off the player instead of letting them just run straight past them. Okay. So hopefully, no longer the defender nicking in front of you all the time. Shield entries. You can do a new type of shielding action that allows you to better protect the ball while dribbling, with like a shoulder barge, improve physics effects for both shielder and shieldee, new animations, and new animations for the Enforcer playstyle. On top of all the improvements, we're adding a new mechanic called contested box outs. Stronger players are able to keep opponents away when fighting for an incoming air ball. You may see someone like Haaland be utilised a lot more because of something like this. This allows players to use shield when in front of the opponent, triggering a strong physical action that provides more space to either trap the ball or set up for a header. Yeah, I don't know why the game is still 60 FPS. It should be 120. That's really disappointing. I will say that. The effectiveness of the box out is based on the strength difference between the two players. Can only be triggered if your player's in a good position. Okay. So we lump the ball up and shove him out the way. And vice versa with the attacker. Okay. Lots of, off the ball shielding. Well, not fully off the ball, but yeah. Other physics changes. We spent a lot of time ensuring we've reduced physics-based frustrating scenarios. Jumping over fallen players will now be more reliable and effective. Players getting stuck together when stumbling will be moved to the side to allow them to detach and continue play. Again, I think this is a big thing with tackling and not keeping the ball. When trying to avoid other players, we have made them more slippery. This is so that player avoidance doesn't cause players to get stuck on each other. Good. God, we're only halfway down. Controlling the ball on first touches. First responsiveness. Significantly improved responsiveness as first touch ball control. Good. Refined players' ability to control the ball after a pass. Factors like height, ball height, request exit angle, etc. And composure. Interceptions as well. Earlier timing. When receiving or intercepting a pass, holding the left trigger will greatly improve the player's ability to control the ball at the trade-off of move speed. Fair enough. Improve flicking animations when receiving an aerial ball in all directions to be more consistent and predictable. Consecutive flickers will progressively become less effective to prevent exploits. Good that you're thinking about these things. FIFA 19 all over again. Loosing contested ball player urgency. New ability to increase players' urgency when attempting to reach a loose ball and contested ball by pressing sprint. It prompts immediate acceleration toward the contact point. Okay. So okay. Interesting. There are many scenarios where you're defending and you feel like you should be able to intercept a ball but don't. How much of an impact this is going to have? We'll find out. Online and general gameplay responsiveness. Oh, look. Here you are. For more information on this, check out that pitch notes. Here's some more information on responsiveness changes in FC26. Animation transitions and branching have been reevaluated and retuned to improve consistency and responsiveness. Adjusted the following areas across all animations to make them more internally consistent. Time to contact ball, ball trajectories, post velocity, animation exit speed. That's a big one. Improved selection of animations to better match the player's current speed and animation speed. Relax the coverage required for animations, allowing them to start faster. Cool. Fatigue redesigned. When investigating responsiveness, one common piece of feedback was that players would sometimes not feel the same across the course of a match. Yep. Our goal with this change is responsiveness. A player should always feel and play well when you are controlling them. Yes, they should. The changes below only apply to competitive, though clubs has a slightly different design. Interesting. Short and long-term fatigue only affects AI-controlled players. User-controlled players are not affected while being controlled. When controlling a player, the effect of fatigue on different attributes, including sprint speed and acceleration, is not in effect. Meaning a user-controlled player acts as if they have full stamina when controlled. Interesting. Is stamina going to be an irrelevant stat for forwards? I mean, maybe it will still have an impact on when you're like when they're making a run and getting onto the end of a ball before you take control. For AI players, they'll have a reduction in sprint speed and acceleration when fatigued, sure. Relentless and Relentless Plus playstyles have been changed to increase how quickly your short-term fatigue recovers. For authentic gameplay, fatigue works as before. For clubs, short-term fatigue works as before, however, long-term fatigue doesn't accumulate for any player. For example, when short-term stamina depletes, the player is slow and running until the fatigue bar recovers, of course. Improve the input processing system. Fix skill move detection issues. Please. Please. Hayden, exactly what it says right there. Green time finishing is gone. Have we been told any more about their repeatable evos? Not sure what you mean. Lima, I'm also not sure what you mean. We made the player indicator more responsive during gameplay. Created a new overlay to better display connection status. Fine. Let's dive into one of the most significant changes. Competitive gameplay is mandatory or locked in Ultimate Team Club's online seasons and online friendlies. It's optional in kickoff and career mode. So you don't have the option to play like authentic gameplay in squad battles. Okay, good to know. Our goal is to create a more skill-driven competitive experience by reducing the impact of randomness and assistance. Club-specific updates will be coming for you at the end of July. The changes to competitive gameplay aim to deliver on the 3 competitive community priorities: responsiveness, consistency, and control. So, here are the main differences in competitive gameplay. All goalkeeper deflections try to get away from danger, reducing rebounds. Reduced tackles, blocks, interceptions bouncing back to your opponent. Less AI defending, resulting in looser defensive lines. Fewer auto tackles and auto blocks. Redesigned fatigue feature. More responsive and smoother transitions in and out of animations. Increased passing speed and responsiveness. Tighter control and more speed when dribbling, and skill moves are faster. Increased variability on crosses to favour player skill over repetitive wide play. Increased heading error relative to authentic. Oops. Increased variability in corner kick outcomes with fewer attacking players involved by default. Less authentic visuals when avoiding a ball to resolve these situations more effectively. Players get up quickly after being tackled to the ground. Players show no reaction animations when hit by a fast incoming ball. I tell you what, if this was all the EA said they had done to the new game, everyone would be so happy. The fact that there's also other changes on top, phenomenal. We also created a new Ultimate Team competitive camera that's exclusive to Ultimate Team stadiums. It provides a way to see more of the pitch while still showing off the stadium and its atmosphere. It's on a rail, ensuring more predictable pad angle behavior to aid competitive gameplay. Oh, wow. Okay. So it's sort of like if people play on the co-op camera, but have it like zoomed and height all the way up. Sounds like they've done a total rehaul. It really does. Authentic gameplay. Now, I personally don't care about this. If you do, I apologize, but we're going through this, right? This basically is what you can play in like offline and career mode and stuff like that to make it more realistic rather than responsive and, I guess, less arcadey. Authenticity features toggle is a thing. New sliders. If you're playing in authentic, for all of these things. Teams playing style improvements as well. Now, accessibility. They've increased this they've added this high contrast mode, so you can change a load of stuff to make things really pop. If you have any issues with seeing certain things in the game, you can change all of these, and hopefully that will alleviate any problems that you currently have. So that's like this high contrast mode and everything like that. So if you want to, you can play the game looking like this. If this makes things stand out because you have certain like visual impairments or things like that, then you can alter how everything looks to make it right for you. So, again, we've said this a few times. Something that isn't relevant to a large amount of people, but for the people that it is relevant to, this is huge. Accessibility in anything in life, including video games, is something that a lot of the time is overlooked, and I really like that. We've also got simplified skill moves. Executing a successful skill move is one of the most enjoyable aspects of playing FC. Still, we recognise requiring a complex series of inputs makes it inaccessible to some fans. With simplified skill moves, you can now access a contextually appropriate skill move with a simple flick of the right stick in any cardinal direction. Okay. Playstyles. We've heard from our players that playstyles in FC25 were not balanced. You've got that damn right. Player attributes versus playstyles. We heard the feedback loud and clear. The gap between top-tier attributes and playstyle effects was too wide. Yes, in many cases, high-rated players without playstyles were underperforming on core mechanics. Yes, they were. You couldn't score a finesse shot with someone with 99 long shots unless they had the finesse playstyle, which is just ludicrous. Attributes have been rebalanced to make players with higher base attributes execute standard gameplay mechanics more reliably, even without the relevant playstyle. Rebalanced playstyles will still offer unique and situational boosts, while keeping base mechanics like first-time passes, jockey, or ball control more consistent for high attribute players, playstyle or not. Good. Alongside the rebalancing, we've added, consolidated, and reworked several of them to better reflect your needs. We reduced overlaps and streamlined how playstyles work. So new playstyles: Enforcer, Aerial Fortress, Precision Header, Game Changer, and Inventive. We have removed Power Header, Aerial, Trivela, and Flare. Okay. Sure. So, Aerial Fortress. This reconfigures the former Aerial playstyle to give it a more defensive focus. Oh, it only works in defensive scenarios. So, basically, Aerial Plus is not going to be OP for scoring corners. That's the big change. Okay. I don't mind that because of how stupid corners were at times of the year, as well as like lumping it up to an Aerial Plus striker so they can nod it down and you can't do anything to combat it. Okay. Performs higher jumps and has physical defensive presence before and during aerial duels. Performs even higher jumps and has greatly improved physical defensive presence before and during aerial duels. So again, defensive. Precision Header. An offensive player who specializes in controlled, accurate headers. Refined from the former Power Header playstyle with more focus on aerial battles and heading accuracy. Okay. Here you go then. Here's the question about your Trivelas. So, Inventive. A player specializing in creative passing, combining and refining the former Flare and Trivela playstyles. Leo, no, that would be OP. Fancy and Trivela passes are performed with greatly improved accuracy. Game Changer. A player who is known for extraordinary and unconventional finishes, combining and refining from the former Flare and Trivela playstyles. So if you want to do Flare and Trivela shots, you need Game Changer. Flare and Trivela passes, you need Inventive. Enforcer. A physical attacker who takes control through shielding and when initiating contact while dribbling. Performs dribble shoulder challenges and shielding with increased effectiveness. So no Enforcer playstyle. You are the red player. They lose the ball there. However, when they get given Enforcer playstyle plus, they're a bit of a brute. Get off me! Have that! Kind of thing. So again, Haaland is surely going to be having something like this. Relentless playstyle with new fatigue changes. With the changes made to the fatigue system, the Relentless playstyle and Playstyle Plus will now also contribute to increasing the speed of short-term stamina regeneration. Okay. FCIQ, they've added new roles this year. Ball playing goalkeeper, wide back, inverted wing back, and box crusher for midfielders. You also requested more control over set pieces, and we're delivering 8 more set piece assignments that can further customize your routines. Okay. More flexible roles. New versatile focus to make specific roles less rigid. Good, because some of them are just completely and utterly useless. Significantly improved usage of regular roles and roles plus to bring them closer to roles plus plus. Drastically reduce the negative impact of being out of position. Okay, interesting. On launch, players will have more positions and roles plus available. Players can go beyond the 4th position in FC26. Interesting. Okay. New player roles. Sure. With a new focus of versatile replacing complete. 10 new focuses for existing roles. Sure. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. New set piece assignments. 2 new attacking corner kick assignments. Top of box defensive cover. So you can choose. Oh. So you can decide who stays back when you've got a corner. Surely that's exactly what that means, right? Who's going to be at the edge of the box? Because for some reason it's always a defender. It's not someone that I actually want to get the ball and shoot. And defensive cover, so you won't have someone that you really don't want being your last man back. That's actually a really, really nice addition. Good. 4 separate defensive corner kick assignments. Threat marker, post watcher, near post, back post. Sure. You can also choose your left and right throw-in taker. Good. So if someone had, like, what was it? Long throw plus? They'd teleport to the other side of the pitch to take the throw. That won't happen anymore. Good. Good changes. Quality of life improvements. Some of the main highlights include out of position indicator and with/without ball view in squad. Okay. Shortcut in squad to take you directly to your tactics. Changes to the tactics code. Line height gets saved. David, maybe edge of the box or top of box. FC25 codes are compatible with 26. Ability to save and load tactic codes to your profile. That's not bad, actually. Tactical suggestions will work with your existing formation, give you a version of that tactic that maintains your current formation and suits your players. That's good, rather than changing it completely, which no one ever used. Rush. Be a goalkeeper. 4 diverse quick chat categories, each featuring 4 messages for a deeper social experience. Good. I can't believe they didn't actually add this as the year went on. So, good. When a player pauses the game, teammates can see a pause icon above them. If that player has the ball, teammates can request a pass, prompting the AI to deliver it. Okay. Hopefully, you've also worked on people that, yeah, just put the controller down or aren't playing. Career mode rush. Players can now make sure. Dynamic camera focus, new commentator, post-match accolades. Cool. We've added new skill moves to give you more ways to express yourself on the pitch. By the way, thank you anyone that is still here. There's still a ton of you here. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream. If you are and you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like the stream. If you're watching on TikTok or Twitch, make sure you follow for more streams and videos and everything like that. And if you're watching on YouTube, if you want to do me a massive favour at some point today and go and follow the football TikTok account, the link is at the top of the chat. It's pinned. We're aiming for 10k followers. We're trying to get there as quick as possible. And that is that. No, it's not. We're back to skill moves. Explosive step over from stand and jog. Advanced heel flick from jog. Drag to chop from stand. Elastico variation from jog. New trickster rainbow from stand and jog. Okay. So, here's your new skills. Drag to chop. I like it. Advanced heel flick. The Trickster Rainbow. That's interesting. So, like, the Elastico right now, you end up basically just going forward or slightly left. Whereas this one takes you out to the right. I like that. Explosive step over. Oh, God. This is the kind of thing that I feel is going to become, like, the OP skill move. Just because of how the pros have used step overs in the past. This does scare me a bit. But we'll see. Simple skill moves. So you just flick the right stick now. And it will do a roulette. Are they going to do a McGeady spin here? Yeah, or stop and turn. Okay. Other skill move changes. Adjusted lane change, aka La Croqueta, to be faster and not push the ball forward at the end of the animation. That's actually really interesting. Or is it... Is that what they call Croqueta lane change? I think it is. Adjusted jog variation of drag back to be 10% more effective. Okay. Closer ball control when doing a skill move while sprinting. Reduce skill move error across all skill moves. Good! Bring the rainbow flick back. Make rainbow flicks great again. Adjusted fake shot to stops to transition to dribble faster. Enable goalkeepers to do more skill moves, such as ball rolls, body feints, and roulette. Good! I think it's stupid that with, like, 1-star skills, you can't do a ball roll. It's so dumb. That's good, actually. Fixed unresponsive skill moves and increased responsiveness in some instances to be more consistent. Oh, reduce the speed boost effect during step overs. Okay, maybe it won't be OP then. Lane change is the left trigger croqueta. Oh, okay. The simplified skill moves we've just seen. New customizable player UI lets you tailor your on-screen experience. You can adjust the information displayed, choose the preferred layout, highlight the info that matters most to you. So you can see a player's weak foot and, like, well, their strong foot and how good their weak foot is by how much this boot is filled up. And you can see their skill moves as well as, of course, their playstyle pluses. So you can toggle on or off playstyle plus icons, footedness icons, or skill moves rating. Okay. Cool. The team badge is replaced by the ultimate team player item, and in modes such as clubs, you'll see the player archetype. I don't really understand what that means. Because they'd still have, like, a Real Madrid badge here. I don't know what that means. Across the pitch, match performance ratings have been changed to be related to the player's active role and the actions that matter the most to that role. That makes sense. Ratings are also split into groups, which are goalkeeping, defending, dribbling, shooting, passing, and a unique group that includes stats like overall stuff. These all impact players equally. The importance of positioning stats in match racing has been dramatically lowered across the board, and it has been nullified for clubs. I think that's good, actually, because that was so stupid. The amount of times that it would tell you that you're out of position because you're having to cover for someone that isn't in their spot, or you're making an attacking run that isn't specifically where you're supposed to be. Good. For more information on this, check out the club's pitch notes coming soon. Is that the end? Very nearly. CPU AI, call for pass improvements will be more intelligent. It's important for Russian clubs. Yes, dear God, the CPU goalkeepers take so long to do it. CPU now powers up shots and passes the same way human players do. Okay. Set pieces. Adjusted the positioning and run locations of attacking players to be less congested and reduce counter-attacks. It's taken a decade! Okay. Adjusted free kick trajectories after the removal of time finishing. You're able to manually request your selected throw-in taker with RB. Added the ability to change kick taker for set pieces on the fly in the practice arena. And you can take corners. Lastly, our rule system has received some further improvements. Improved our breakaway logic to better detect fouls involving the last player back, in terms of whether it's like a red card or whatever. And remade the offside logic to improve the accuracy of calls. I'm hoping that this is where, like, I don't know, you try and pass to someone that is onside at the time, but then, or when like the opposition clearly interfere and then it goes to your player, they're not still offside at that point. Like, it's another phase of play. Hopefully that means they're actually going to be onside now. We'll see. But there we go. That's the entire pitch notes and gameplay trailer deep dive for FC 26. It all sounds incredibly promising. Whether they will live up to the hype that they're creating for their own game and gameplay, we'll have to wait and see. Thoughts? Thoughts in general? Thank you for the TikTok gifts. Thank you anyone that followed on TikTok. Thank you anyone that joined on Twitch. Thank you to anyone that subscribed on YouTube as well. I do appreciate it. As I say, if you could help me out, I would appreciate it so damn much. We are on the road to 10k followers on my football TikTok account. Please, please, if you enjoy football content, I would appreciate it so much if you go and follow. We need still a lot more, of course. We are on our way, but we do need your help. And so hopefully some of you can go and help us out on that road to 10k and get us closer to that account being monetized. Cautiously optimistic. Sounds exciting. The ideas are amazing. Execution can be worked on once the game is actually released. Most of it sounds great. Not keen on the new wrestling mechanics. Yeah, that is interesting. Torfin, hello. Sounds great. Sounds really good. I'm excited. New stadiums. I mean, the Allianz is back. I mean, it's not necessarily new. Outside of that, I don't really know. And now, whilst we are still live, as it has gone past 6 o'clock content, we may as well check out what we got today as well. Players literally tussle in real life. They do. They do. The worry that everybody has when it comes to these games is there's a mechanic being added. Will it be abusable? That's the scary, worrying part. Sometimes the answer to that question is yes, and it makes the next game dreadful. Sometimes the answer is no. But, I mean, we just took like an hour and a half to go through the trailer and all of the pitch notes, and I agree with Chris. Cautiously optimistic. Those are the words that sum up my thoughts the best, I would say. Someone said that there's new Evos today. Let's have a little look at those. The Crossroads 1. FIFA 17 Meta Load Ribbons incoming. I would take that. I would take it. Can't wait for the archetypes, especially is it going to be a big part for clubs? Yeah, I don't really know whether I care about that. Is Liverpool's transfer window the greatest ever? Probably not. No. You don't even know how good these players are going to be. You could look back at it in a few years and maybe then the answer would be yes. If they happen to have signed the best left back, right back, striker and cam in the Premier League in history, then yeah, the answer's probably yes. Turn precision on for a remainder of 25. I might turn precision shooting on as well to try and get used to it. Right, so here we go. You're standing at a crossroads. Think wisely and pick your way towards success. So you can put this on a 95 rated cam if you want, which I think is what my El Canus is going to end up being. We have a Kramaric that's up there. We have a Dybala that's up there. So what does he gain? Weak foot goes up to 5-star. 95 stamina, 93 shooting, 92 pace, tiki-taka, technical plus if they don't already have it. Double 5-star, 94 dribbling, finesse plus, and rapid. And passing goes up to 97. So if you've been chaining some Evos up, then you are going to get some very nice cards. Like, Bilal does already have finesse and technical. Whereas Buonanotte would gain technical, and he would go to 97 passing as well. Okay. It's very good when you have it on. Also adds power to your shots, rewards you for using it. Yeah. Does Streamlabs send notifications of donos out of curiosity? Yes, it does. Oh, speaking of, yes. Sorry, I saw this come through, but because we were reading through that, I didn't say it at the time. Thank you very much for the gifted sub, King. I don't know if they're still here, but hopefully they enjoy the gifted sub. The video is up. Check it out. We have just spent an hour and a half watching the video and then going through the pitch notes. Please do some of the misses when getting used to it will be hilarious. Don't realise how much you rely on the AI till it's removed. Yeah, I know it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good at all. I mean, someone like this Zizou could go into here, right? His pace wouldn't go that high. But those two playstyle pluses would be huge. But yeah, it doesn't give a huge pace boost. I'm assuming that there's like a free version of this that takes significantly more games. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Exactly the same, but you have to play 15 games as opposed to 2. So, I like this. I really like what we see from EA most years is towards the end of a game cycle, they test things out for next year. I really hope that this becomes common. If you're going to do a paid Evo, give me a free version of it that takes longer to do. Right? I'll play 15 matches to do this for free, whereas someone can pay 50k and get it done in 2. I'm fine with that. The amount of crazy paid Evos that we've had this year that have had no free alternative has been really frustrating. So, I really hope that potentially that continues. Let me quickly have a little look at SBCs. What are my thoughts about the vid? Everything is very positive and maybe worryingly so. Because I feel terrified going into an FC game with loads of optimism, because I know how much that optimism is probably going to be absolutely shut down. But when you're reading and seeing everything, it's hard not to be. I think Sunderland could break the streak of all 3 promoted teams if all the players can gel quickly. I mean, they've got a great midfield. The rest? So this is new. 95 plus. 1 of 5. Shapeshifters, road to the final winners. Footies Team 1, Team 2 player pick, not including icons. It requires an 88 and an 89. Let's do it for the content. Oh, why? Right. Let's restart the game. Because I had this the other day when I was recording with Tom. My duplicate storage isn't there. It's quite a big problem. I will be doing Premier League predictions and everything like that on the football channel, which, if you're not subscribed to, highly recommend it, because there's going to be a ton of content going out on it over the next year as I push to try and make it like a massive, massive part of my focus and income and everything like that. So you can join the football YouTube channel, and you can also go and follow the football TikTok, which again is the thing that I'm really, really trying to push and grow and try and get it up to 10k followers so that it can be monetized and we can create bigger and better content with it actually being worth my time rather than spending that doing something else that will actually earn me some money. You love the content, but you're allergic to TikTok. That's fine. If you have it downloaded, though, you might as well follow and then just not watch any of the videos. That's fine. It's still one closer to 10k. It's what? 1% would be 100 people. So it's 0.01% of the way there. It's still a help. Every single person is still a help. Right. Why don't I have duplicate storage? Has anyone else had this problem? And if so, how did you fix it? This isn't fair. Is there anything I can do to access it? It just doesn't exist. I've restarted the game. I need to try out this Vinny properly. Try another SBC in case it's that one. I mean, it shouldn't be. We literally just restarted the game. Oh. So it's there on the 88 squad, but not on the 89. It is on the 89. Okay, well that works. So reloading the game fully doesn't work, but switching from one SBC to another does. The more you know. How bizarre. What a random bug. We need 89 rated squad here. You're back. Had dinner. Nice. I need to go and get some food as well. I'm starving. And I need to quickly go and do some pogo because there's some stuff out today that runs out at 8 o'clock, I think. Oh, this is another one of those 89 squads that isn't an 89 squad and they're actually scamming you. Because there's 2 brick slots. So it's actually probably more like a 91 squad. I really don't like this precedent that they're setting here. It's really kind of scummy. You're basically just lying to everyone. By saying what squad it is. And in reality, it just isn't. It's not a squad? Oh, it's not a squad. Oh, okay. Right. Then you know what, EA? You're great. I love you. What were the key features today from the gameplay video? Basically everything is being revamped. Like... shooting, time finishing is gone, as an example. It is out of the game. Do we have 89s? We do. Changes to defending, changes to passing, responsiveness, delay, keeping the ball when you tackle someone, pace, dribbling, skill moves, being able to choose who is on the edge of the box and who's defending on the halfway line when you have a corner. This is a big summary. Or, where was it? changed playstyles as well. There was like one paragraph that sort of summarized big changes here. So basically, they finally listened to the community. Looks like it, yes. Hopefully I have news of the takeover tomorrow, Cardiff. Good luck! Time finishing is going to be hard to adjust to not existing, yeah. Oh, crap, that's not where I'm going. Here. So, in the competitive gameplay, goalkeeper deflections, reduced rebound goals. They try to get away from danger. Reduced tackles, blocks, interceptions, bouncing back. Less AI defending. Fewer auto tackles and auto blocks. More responsive, smoother transitions. Increased passing speed and responsiveness. Tighter control and speed when dribbling. Faster skill moves. Increased variability on crosses. Increased heading error. Increased variability in corner kick outcomes. Players get up quickly after being tackled to the ground. Players show no reaction animations when hit by a fast incoming ball. And then all of the other stuff. All of the other stuff. Okay. Help you understand? What are we helping you understand? What am I doing here? 88 rated squad. We need a team of the season in here, and there isn't one. Is this a squad? It is. Okay. Right. Team of the season. 93 is my lowest. Wow, okay. Sure. Bugs and issues have to be fixed for FC26. Really, really hope so. Yeah, the stupid little stuff like the menus just bugging out massively. Just checking, is the knee good now? I think so. I'm going to try and run on it tomorrow and see how it feels. So, yeah, I hope so. It definitely feels better. So that is a positive. I did not watch the darts last night, no. I watch it when it's on. I don't actively turn it on. Right, here we go. So, new player pick. This is one of the big pieces of content that we got today. Again, thank you so much to anyone that has gone over from the YouTube and Twitch chat and stuff like that to the football TikTok and gone and followed it. Even if it's a handful of people, I appreciate it. Every single person that follows is one closer to our goal. Thank you. Watching England women tonight. Yes. Anything. Just ignore if you want. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure how I can help you understand anything. But nothing in particular. But yeah, we are going to open this up and then I've got a video to edit. The recording that we did with Tom yesterday, that video will be out tomorrow. So hopefully you enjoy that one. It is, of course, a squad roulette. Right, 1 of 5, 95 plus shapeshifters / road to the final winners / footies and all of this stuff. Hopefully we get an absolute banger and then I need to go and get some food because I am starving. Oh, and I need to then check out the Pokemon Present stuff as well. Player 1. Danzo. Got that one. Number 2. Archie Gray. Don't have that one. Number 3. I've got that one. 4. I don't have that one, but he's worth nothing. And 5. Donnarumma. I already have like the 4 best keepers in the game. Who is the most expensive here? Archie Gray or Donnarumma? Gray is still over 100k. Donnarumma is 200k. Well, again, for use in videos, we will take Donnarumma. Saves us the most money on tax. Is Son road to the final still good? Absolutely no idea, if I'm honest with you. Absolutely no clue. Pre-presents DJ Park was amazing. Yeah, I will check it out after I finish off this. Nothing exciting in here. Still 1 mil in the market, must be. It depends. If a card is available to pack right now, and they are 1 million coins plus, they're probably pretty damn good. If a card was only available for like 48 hours and they're 1 million coins, a lot of that will be due to the scarcity of the card, rather than necessarily how good they actually are. So most of like the winners cards and stuff like that are more expensive because they were so rare. 99 Yamal out of the new player pick. Slightly better than mine, wasn't it? We are going to finish off on 1 of 5 85 plus rare players. Let's see. Anyone good to end off today? Buffon. I mean, it's better than an 85. Thank you very much for checking out FC26's gameplay deep dive with me. I really do appreciate it. There will be another one of those next week, most likely, on Tuesday. And that should be... whether they're going to do clubs and archetypes at the same time, surely they are, right? Because otherwise, you're running out of time. I'm assuming that's going to happen on the 29th, next Tuesday at 5 PM. Because archetypes is really important to clubs, so they just go hand in hand. Then on the 5th, I imagine we'll get career mode. And on the 12th of August, I think, is when we're going to get our Ultimate Team deep dive. Am I busy on any of these Tuesdays? Not as it stands. Good! Well, hopefully I will see you for those and any and all other content in between. Thank you so, so much for everyone that was a part of the stream, whether you liked, followed, subscribed, came in with a sub, or anything like that. You guys are the absolute best. Really, really appreciate you. Thank you, especially to those of you that went and followed the Footy TikTok. We're slowly making our progress there. You guys are the reason for it. Enjoy the rest of your day. England women are obviously going to win tonight. I will be tuning into that one. And then hopefully should be live tomorrow, as well as uploading a video for you. So enjoy, everybody. Thank you so, so much, especially to those of you that are new. I appreciate you. You're the best. In a bit.